Shalom Aleichem, welcome to class. This is Rabbi Dr. Oluwafemi. Today we will be discussing the biblical Hebrew and with the caption Tevei, and it means the Hebrew syllable. This word is what we call syllable in Hebrew, and when we talk about the Hebrew syllable, it is a unit of sound with one vowel, and it's usually centered around a consonant. So the syllable from a Hebrew perspective is a unit of sound with one vowel, and usually centered around a consonant. So that's the definition of a syllable in biblical Hebrew. So it is a unit of sound with one vowel and usually centered around a consonant. Now, in this session, I will highlight a few characteristics of biblical Hebrew syllables, and then we also proceed into the two types of the biblical Hebrew syllables. We have the open syllable and we have the closed syllable. So all of this will be addressed briefly and with distinct instances. Let's see. Now from this definition, we have a unit of sound with a vowel and usually centered around a consonant. So we have to underline all of this because they're very integral to what I'm about to share. So in other words, from this definition, you understand that it is a unit of sound. So to make a sound in biblical Hebrew, there has to be a vowel and then a consonant. So a syllable is gotten by the combination of one vowel and then centered around a consonant. So from this definition, the first thing to understand about the biblical Hebrew, the perspective of a biblical Hebrew syllable is that it begins with a consonant. That's one characteristic. It begins with a consonant. So unlike rare cases, just like the word where, that's the conjunction where, it means and. When it's prefixed to a word, that's when we may have a syllable beginning with a vowel. So but normally in Hebrew, a syllable begins with a consonant. Let's see a few examples of this. You have a word like which means mountain. So it begins with a consonant. Let's have an example where this word we have and ha means a mountain. It means a mountain. So now this is just a syllable, one syllable, and this syllable begins with he, which is a consonant. So this is the starting point, and as the consonant is symbol C, this consonant. Then we have pata underneath, and that is the vowel there. So we signify it as V. So in other words, a syllable begins with a consonant. In Hebrew, we write from the left hand side, from the right hand side to the left, and that's where we read. So this is the first letter in this word, ha. So it means a mountain, and the first that is there is the consonant, that's he. Then the attached vowel, which is pata, that's V. So that's one first thing to understand about the perspective of the syllable in Hebrew. So it usually begins with a consonant. Now let's have another example to buttress this point. We have the word like. Ish. The word like ish. Ish. And ish means a man. That's man. Alright. Now this word, this is also a syllable. It's just a unit. It's a unit of sound. So now this is the beginning, the starting point. This is the consonant there, beginning the word. So this is the consonant. This is the consonant. That's Aleph. Aleph is the consonant. That's C. Then followed by the attached vowel. That is the erect yud. That's erect yud. Erect yud. So, and this erect yud is the vowel there. So that's the vowel there. Represented as V. So erect yud is a naturally long vowel. So, and that is the vowel there. So this particular word, and then as this syllable begins with a consonant, and that is Aleph, represented by C. C means consonant. Then followed by the vowel. So then we now have another consonant, that is Shin. So altogether it reads each, and each means man. Alright. Now from this point we have a consonant, we have a vowel, then we have another consonant here. So this will be discussed subsequently. But from this point I'm making, every syllable begins with a consonant in Hebrew, except for rare cases where we have the word ve or we. That's the conjunction, and it means hand. And so when that conjunction is prefixed to a word, that's when we likely have a vowel beginning a word. Now I'm going to show this subsequently. Let's address it now. We have so this is the except when we begins, when we is prefixed, sorry, when we is prefixed to the word. Now let's have an example. We have weyuma, or let's use this short word as we each. Now we have wehish, which means and a man, and a man. So wehish, and a man. Now, when this is seen, then we may have notice a slave, but when it is when where this and plus a conjunction is prefixed, that's when we may have a vowel coming up before, a consonant. That in other words, that's when we have a vowel beginning a syllable. But normally, without this where, on normal phrase, we have consonants beginning the syllables. That's one first characteristic of the Hebrew syllable. Let's check another characteristic.